We're talking, obviously, all things money. And this week, it's all about overcoming financial fears and setting yourself up for success in 2025.
And here to teach us how to keep our finances healthy is financial expert and founder of her first 100K and my favorite, Tori Dunlap. I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you for having me back.
It's a new year.
Yeah.
So how do people get their finances healthy?
Yeah, I think it's just like any other New Year's goal, right? We go in and we're like, okay, I'm gonna make big changes, and we really just have to take things one step at a time. And also there's so much unknown, especially this year. I think a lot of people are coming in really stressed to 2025. And I need you to know, like, having money means having options. So if we can get your financial education in order, your entire life can start to change.
But so much of this can feel so overwhelming for people, right?
Yeah.
So obviously you think about all the bills and things that you have to pay, but then you also have to figure out, well, how do I save and do all of that? What do you tell people?
Yeah, I think especially when you're overwhelmed, it's very easy to do what we call the ostrich effect in my book, which is like bury your head in the sand, act like your problems don't exist. And you know those horror movies where you never see the monster, right? Those are the more terrifying horror movies where you have no idea what it actually looks like. So that's what's going on when you're money, when you refuse to look. So have a money date. This is my favorite practice, is like down comforter cocoon, glass bottle of wine, and like look at your money and make it something you look forward to. Take out from your favorite restaurant, but dedicate a half hour and actually sit down and look at your money, and your entire, again, financial life can start to change once you do that.
That's so smart, because if you don't know what's going on, that's the worst.
Yeah, it's the monster. You have no idea.
Yeah.
The other thing, I mean, people just like don't want to plan for worst case scenario because it doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
So how do you make sure that you're financially safe in case the worst thing happens?
I think that's the biggest financial fear, right? Is we're always worried the other shoe's going to drop, or I'm going to lose my job, or some sort of, something's going to happen. And this is why we need an emergency fund first. Even if you have debt, you want to prioritize saving an emergency fund first. And the best way to do this is what's called automating your savings. So you set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your savings account. It happens without you having to think about it. And it also allows it to just like compound without you have to do any active work. So you're not waiting till the end of the month to start saving when you've already spent all of your money. So pay yourself first.
Well, you mentioned debt there, and so many Americans struggle with this.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with it? If you're trying to get out of debt, what do you tell people?
I think debt feels like a mountain you're trying to climb, but you're at the base of the mountain, right? And you're looking straight up and you're going, how am I going to climb this thing? But I need you looking straight forward, just again, one step at a time. And debt companies don't make it easy to pay off your debt, because the more they keep you in debt, the more money they make off of you. So actually, again, in research for my book, I found that women go into debt because they don't understand how a loan works. So if we can pay down the principal, that's the original amount of money you took out, it makes the whole debt process way easier because it's not accruing interest. So take it one step at a time, work to pay down the principal, and then make sure you have that emergency fund first, actually, before you pay off debt, so that you're not going into more debt should that emergency come up.
So many people will listen to all of this and go, I just don't make that much money.
Yeah.
Like, I'm barely covering the things I have to pay every month. How am I supposed to get ahead?
Yeah, I mean, it's a larger problem where personal finance, I think we think it's 100% our own choices. It's about 20% our own choices, and 80% all of the circumstances or the systemic issues too. So you control what you can control, even if it's saving just $20 a month, you get in that habit of saving.
Tori, you break this down so easily.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I feel like we could talk about this all hour long.
But we have so much more in my podcast and my book. They're both called Financial Feminist, and so I would love for you to come hang out with me in 2025. We break all of it down really easy.
Okay, so that's Financial Feminist.
Yeah,
All right,
thank you.
Thank you so much.